So a draw 2-2, but it was a promising game, promising start French, and a starting 11 that gave us a lot of talking points. Vicario having his debut, Van de Ven having his debut, Udogi the same thing. 6 new starters from last year. I think overall it was a good display. Especially the second half, the first 25 minutes, where the teams seemed to get along. The defenders were confident in what they had to do. Sanchez had a good display, better than what we expect him to every time, to be honest. But overall, we can say that the attack wasn't as proficient as it should have been. If we ever thought of it 2-2, it wouldn't have been by goals scored by defenders. There is a lot more that has to come. The positioning of the players wasn't ideal. The movement of the ball wasn't ideal. Kulusevski, Heung-min Son didn't touch the ball as much, weren't cutting as they should have done, throwing the diagonals that they should have done. I think a lot more work should be getting done during the week. Solomon and Perisic are a lot more direct, and that's what Ance's team requires. Let's hope this week we get some transfers news and we get Orban or Ferguson or some new young striker that could really help us get into the frame, as losing Kane is really not ideal to start the season with.
Hey everyone, Zach here with Spurs 9501. So 2-2 against Brentford, away, first game of the season. Some people would be disappointed not to get the 3 points. But I think there's a lot of positives to take out of this. Basuma looks amazing. Controls midfield, he's so calm. It's like, he's almost like Dembele out there, Dembele-esque. It's amazing. As well as Van de Ven. Like, you can't knock him. He's fast. He's defensively sound. He doesn't push too high up the field. I think he's going to be a great addition over the years. Maddison. We've been missing a creative midfielder for years. And his deliveries were excellent. A couple of his corners weren't that good, I guess, but they're kind of just floating, but most of his crosses and his corners and his free kicks were just delivered with pace and accuracy. So you can't really knock it. I thought the wingbacks maybe pushed up too high. They're playing inwards a little too much. We were caught lacking on the wings a little bit, you could say. But all in all, like, really impressed. I'm happy with the 2 points. Let's be honest. Brentford is a good team. They were right on our heels at the end of the last season. They beat us at the end of the season. So to go to them, first game of the season, was a big test. And I think if it wasn't for that penalty, we would have won, obviously. But a couple players lacking, Sonny, Kulusevski, just not off to a flying start. But I'm excited for the next one.
Reading from Brasil Spurs here. So, first game of the Ange Postecoglou era. Brentford away, never an easy place to go. But we have some positives. Bissouma was a beast today. For a second, I thought that I was watching Moussa Dembele. Maddison really well as well. Udogi and Van de Ven look like composed, solid, and promising. Our fullbacks will need a little time to adapt to this new system. I think Pablo might thrive at it, as he's way better than Emerson going forward. On the downside, our wingers were really poor today. They need to be more direct, take on the defenders. And Richarlison was really poor as well. Didn't have much of the ball, but when he got it, his first touch was awful. We might need to get a center forward as Seb. And Skip was a little bit poor today, and of course, the way we saw Bissouma playing, when Betancourt is fit to play alongside him, we should have a really strong midfield. When Sarr got in, I thought Lo Celso would be a better option. You know, we were keeping the ball all the time in the second half, so I think he would have done a better job. But not as bad as I was afraid. And let's see what new players might come in and give Angie some time.
9501. Just a quick video on my thoughts about the 2-2 draw with Brentford yesterday. Happy with the point. Would have been preferred if we'd got 3 points, but it's a good start. We got a point on the board. Let's start with the defence. I was really happy with Destiny Odoje. Looks a great left back. Looks like he's going to be a really good player for us. Really strong in the tackle. Romero and Mickey van der Ven looked really good as well until Romero went off with that concussion. But it was a great goal by Romero as well. But it's unfortunate he had to come off. And Emerson Royal, I think, looked a bit lost. I'm not sure what happened there. Normally he's very solid, but he looked a bit lost. I'm not sure if he's used to the formation or what, but I think he could improve. Sanchez, when he came on, was Sanchez. He did some good things and some not so good things, but we really do need another centre-back to cover when Romero or Van der Ven is injured. So that's what I thought there. In the midfield, Maddison's absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. This is the kind of playmaker we've needed for so long since Christian Eriksen left. And now we've got it. You saw, a taste of it with that beautifully whipped in ball, and all Romero had to do was get his head on it. It was a certain goal. He's spraying balls around, passing intricate passes. Great debut for Maddison. Also, Bissouma was a beast. This is the Bissouma we thought we bought when we bought him from Brighton. Last year, I'm not sure. It was the Conte issue. I'm not sure what happened. But yesterday, he was superb. Driving past people, playing people in, moving, proper box-to-box midfielder that we want. So it's absolutely great. Oliver Skip, I'm sorry, but I don't think Skip is actually a Premiership player. I think he's league Championship is best. We need a new midfielder. Hopefully when Bentancur comes back, we've got him. But in the interim, I think Sarr would be a better bet there, or maybe even Højbjerg, I'm not sure, but definitely not Skip. Up front, Sonny wasn't that great. He gave away a silly penalty. Any contact you make, the guy's going to go down. So that new Kulusevski, I'm not sure what Kulusevski actually does in this team. He just takes the ball, brings it on his left foot, and then passes it back. I'm not sure what he's actually doing. I want to see him take on somebody, cross with his right, or do something. And Richarlison again was very, very disappointing. His first touch wasn't great. He had a couple of chances, didn't put them away. I think he needs a bit of luck to get his confidence back. But if he gets a goal or two early on, we should see the best of him. But again, I think we need a backup striker now that Kane's gone. Final thoughts. Great point. Good start. Like the way the football is played is amazing. And he's playing front foot football, looking to attack all the time. I love it. Wish him all the best, and let's look forward to hopefully 3 points against Manchester United. Come on, you Spurs.
Hi there. Just my analysis on how Tottenham played against Brentford yesterday. It's the first game, I guess, and in the Premier League, so things are going to be a bit sort of sketchy and out of place here and there. Maddison, I think he played very well, considering his first game as well, for Tottenham. Richarlison, he just seems to be very disappointing. I don't know when he's going to find his form. Hopefully he will at some point. If he could play the way he plays for Brazil, that would be great. Van der Ven, I guess he's just new as well. So we got, everyone knows, that this team is almost pulled apart and put back together. And this is the first time they're playing under the new manager. So you would expect some sort of getting used to each other, understanding each other's play style, tactics, etc. Again, Kulusevski, he's very disappointing this season by the looks of it. When he first started out, as everyone knows, that he was playing very, very well. But now he's been a bit of a disappointment. But, let's see how the season goes. Not sure to make of our goalkeeper yet, Vicario. He seems sometimes, I think, a bit reckless, but maybe that's his style of play, and it's hopefully entertaining to watch as the matches go by. What else can I say? Bissouma seems to be good in this position. I think he's found himself, and hopefully he'll just get from strength to strength. Whereas Emerson Royal, He's surprised me. He is playing much better than what he was before. Maybe he needed that push. He was playing well towards the end of last season as well. Højbjerg, why he didn't play him, I'm not too sure. But reports that I believe that Ange doesn't really like his style of play, but I don't know. That's something you get to read, and whether it's true, fact-based, I don't know. That yet to be sort of become more clearer as the season goes on. Yeah, I'm just a bit concerned about Richarlison. He's not delivering. I don't know what it's going to take to get him to deliver. Son, I guess, I don't know, he's got to sort of come to understanding that he's not going to be playing with Kane again. Well, not at Tottenham anyway, I guess. So, as I said, he's got to understand that, and maybe he's got to understand also how the other guys are going to play with him, and he's going to play with the other guys. So let's see. It's early days. Love to obviously see us win something, whether it's the smallest cup available, but it's a start. I think Ange is doing well. I was a bit sceptical of him coming in because, to be honest, I really didn't know much about him, but afterwards, yeah, he did. It was really good. I'm getting to like his style of play, and he seems to be speaking positively. So hopefully that's my analysis. We could have done much better. We had most of the possession of play, especially in the second half. We should have scored. We should have taken our chances and gone. But unfortunately, that's football, and sometimes it can be frustrating. But hopefully, yeah, we'll see what next season. Just why I want to see when we play Arsenal. That's the main game. Hopefully we can produce the goods then. Okay, thanks very much. Take care. Bye.